Hey guys, and welcome to Pheas Airsoft, where today I'm going to be unboxing this T10 from KWA. Hey guys, and welcome back. If you do enjoy this content today, please do consider liking, commenting and subscribing, because those interactions help the channel grow and get seen by the YouTube algorithms. If you do want to support the channel a little bit more, please feel free to become a channel member. It's 99p a month, some custom videos, bloopers, private chat area on my Discord, and use the link down below to my link tree for all my socials, including my Discord, which is a really great community. So I'm back with another unboxing of a KWA Ronin T10. So it's not one that I've unboxed personally. It's been a while since I've unboxed a KWA. The last one was the RM47. So I'm quite excited to get into this. So let's have a look. So we picked this up from Extreme Airsoft in the UK. We paid £380, which was a little bit cheaper than we were finding it elsewhere at the time, which was pretty damn good, really. And that was with £5 postage. So the box is pretty much of a muchness as before. There is the T10 on the end there. Just a typical KWA box, nothing overly special. Let's get this open. So inside the box then, we've got the usual foam inserts that just hold it in place. We've got our 120 round mag there with the follower popped out. Be careful and look after that. And put that back in for now. Oh wait, ooh. I do like the fake rounds in the window there. That is quite a nice little touch. It does remind you on the sticker to make sure to push the follower down before filling it up, just because they can break, and if they do, they're a pain to replace. Also got the little goodie bag with a KWA sticker, leading you to the manual, the warranty, and a couple of little M-lock rails, which if you don't know how to do M-lock rails, I'll put the link down below to my video on how to do it. And then there she is, the beast herself. Now that is a pretty damn nice rifle. So we're finding then that it's got the similar style front end to like the TK45 had, where it's got the integrated rail already on the front there. Now I did have a Ronin Recon before, and unfortunately I sold it on, and I do regret it a little bit, but this is sort of giving me nice vibes of having it back. A little bit shorter than the Ronin Recon, but there is so much beefy weight in there. You're sort of looking, I believe it's over 3 kilograms in weight, with a recoil weight in the back as well. You've got some real nice weight in there. So start at the front then. Luckily enough, this has come with the black muzzle brake already installed on this one. And if you look down into the gap there, there is the grub screw for it. Got a nice little rail at the front there, integrated ready, flashlight, that kind of thing can go on there quite nicely. For me, a vert grip on there is possibly just a little bit too far forward, but I know people do like them that far forward, or possibly like a thumb stop or a grip stop, just to get your C-clamp going on. So we've got plenty of M-lock rails then for all manner of accessorizing going off there to your heart's content. We've then got the typical rail system all the way along the top there, coming on to quite a matte upper receiver and lower receiver. Does look like possibly some not marks, I won't say marks from assembly, it's not, it's like oil marks basically. Then they're wiping off now as I'm rubbing them, they're all coming off and it's cleaning up, revealing that sort of more matte effect on that receiver there, which is quite nice. So it's an all metal upper and lower receiver. I'll go back to our front sight. So you've got your typical KWA flip up sights, and the rear one has got the, if I can do it, there we go, the push up part to smaller the aperture and make it larger again, if that's your boat. But they do come off easily, flathead screw, and they'll come off to put what you want on. The charging handle, well, if the dust cover's closed, it's quite satisfying as well, and it should. So I can use the bolt stop. If I pull on it, it will keep the window open, so I can adjust the hop unit and then press it again to release it. So that hop unit is the typical, the typical KWA rotary style. get in there. There we go. So rolling up for hop applied, all standard for a KWA. I would have liked an ambidextrous, I think, or at least I was going to say an ambidextrous mag catch, but even just one with an enhanced button, just so it's a little bit easier, because my fingers luckily enough are long enough to get there. Some people might have shorter fingers. Those enhanced buttons just make it a little bit easier to just locate that button and drop that mag out. So your selector is ambidextrous as well, which is quite nice. So you've got safe, semi-auto, and that's powered by a little cam that connects underneath, goes across, and comes up the other side. Quite handy and useful. You then got your rear sling loop, nice and solidly on there, sling point on each side. You have got a QD sling mount in the stock there, which is really solid as well. There is a little bit of movement, side to side and back to front, but having run these and this type of stock on KWAs for years, I found them to be really solid and really good. To access the battery then, just pinch there, the battery cover nice and firm, and then, ooh, now that's a new addition that I like a lot. So they used to have mini Tamiyas on there. That's now a Dean's connector on there, which is really nice and handy and much better. I am a Dean's convert. I just find them to be a much more solid connection than the Tamiya, more reliable longer term, and tests have proven that particularly over time, Tamiya lose sort of connection area, so obviously resistance goes up, your gun doesn't basically perform as well. Dean's stays consistently good. There is enough coiled up wire in there that you can have your stock fully extended and still have some room in there to get your battery in. The fuse is in there. Let's see if I can access that. Not without. There we go. So it is just a little auto style one. Let's see if I can tell what that is. It's a 25 amp fuse on the end there, in that little protector with a little window to see if it has popped or not. So they are really, really solid, and I'm really, really happy with them in general. I've sort of, since my Recoil AK that I got quite a few years ago now, I've been really, really happy with them, and hence why I own so many of them. So what we'll do is we'll go and chrono it, and we'll rate of fire check it and range check it and see how it's doing, and then we'll come back and do the glove use and everything and see how we're getting on. Ooh. 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 Wow. So So 341.6 to 349.3. So I am back then from the range and the chrono check. So in terms of the range then, I'm not sure what they did to the RM47, but they changed something. Had obviously improved about the hot rubber, and I seem to be finding the same with this. The first few shots were a little bit, but it picked up. Accuracy is a little bit off, but generally speaking, it shoots much nicer than previous KWAs did, and that was with 0.25 gram tracer rounds that you could see going down range there. But I was getting out relatively easy to sort of 40 plus meters. The tree that I shoot towards downrange is 40 meters. I've measured that with a laser tape measure and electronically online as well to confirm that it is an absolute minimum. There is no way it's less than 40 meters, and it was going out past that. Probably something you probably want to change anyways, that hot rubber, but obviously it depends on the circumstance. If you're only playing CQB, then it's absolutely perfect as it is. So in terms of chrono then, I assume this has been prepared for the UK market because it is doing, with no hop set and 0.2 gram BBs, it's doing 341.6 to 349.3 FPS, which is absolutely perfect. Apply the hop to that and that FPS will come down a little bit further and exactly where we want it to be. We're really happy with that. And then in terms of rate of fire, then we're looking at 7.4, a little bit disappointed, but 11.5 rounds to just short of 12 rounds per second. Fairly standard, easy going. Does feel and sound a little bit sluggish, which I'm sure you'll hear in the video. 8.4 then, 12.3 to 12.6 rounds, a little bit of an uplift. Did feel like it was a little bit snappier on that battery, but I tend to find that the NIMs just don't last as long through a day, and I tend to run multiples where the 7.4, like a 2200 LiPo, would run all day. Don't forget, this is like quite a high torque setup. It's powering a recoil engine. It needs that extra oomph to turn it over. 9.6 volt then, 15.5 to 16 rounds a second. Again, was really starting to sort of like, we're getting there now. At 11.1, it was almost like, ooh, 21/22 rounds a second, which puts it in line with other things we've had in the past as well. So I was really happy with that and enjoyed shooting it. The recoil is absolutely fabulous. The kick you get out of it is absolutely lovely. Having owned a TM recoil in the past, and I'm sorry if this upsets you, the kick in these is definitely much better and stronger. My TK45 now has probably had 50,000-60,000 rounds through it, and it still runs absolutely lovely, or at least it did until the other week, until my Titan failed, which I've still not solved yet. But that's another issue for another day. But it runs lovely. They have built a very good, solid platform. The gearbox shells are absolutely rock solid. The gear set in them, absolutely exceptional. The main thing that we ever seem to see failing on a standard one is the piston over time, but even then, that's a rare occasion that happens. So pretty damn happy with that. So what we'll do now is we will move on to the gloved operation. So unfortunately, we're having a bit of a clean around at home and changing some of the use of some certain rooms, and basically that means that Pheas can't find his normal gloves. So unfortunately, I am stuck using Pheas Junior's gloves that are ever so slightly too small for me and not of as nice a quality or as nicer looking as my usual unboxing gloves. But they'll do. They're quite bulky. They've got the sort of feeling in there. So get the mag. I'm not going to take the sticker off because I don't want to sort of spoil that for the new owner when he gets hold of this. But let's get that up. In terms of the mag itself, I know I can reload that with gloves on. The mag will go in easily enough and will release easy enough. There's the follower coming out. In terms of the charging handle, I can definitely operate that. Now getting that bolt stop to work. A little bit fiddly to get that bolt stop to, there we go, to catch on there. But I can then easily adjust that hop unit. Now it is a clicking type hop unit, which is really nice because that sort of tactile feedback, that clicking does let you know that it's definitely moved. As we know, adjusting a hop with gloves on is never going to be accurate and never going to be easy. But it means I can do it if I need to in a pinch. We've all been in those games where we suddenly don't seem to be having enough hop or too much hop. In terms of the stock then, easy enough to adjust. I'm quite happy with that. And then the stock itself for battery changes, I can quite easily access that and change that battery. So I'm pretty damn happy with these. You know, I can't hide that I do like a KWA. I do think they're expensive. They're definitely not a cheap brand or model, but they are solidly built. You know, my TK45 is one of the first ones into Europe, and is still running now and runs lovely. You know, my RM47 runs lovely, and that's had thousands of rounds through it. My TK45C, the Division 2 one, has had, you know, a few bits done to it and still runs lovely. They are rock solid, and just run well. You know, out of the box, running on an 11.1, which they are designed to run on, and it will just run quite happily. So something like a Titan battery would be great in this. You know, they don't need the gate tightening them unless you really want to sort of have the bells and whistles. You know, they are pretty great on their own. In all honesty, I mean, my running Recon, I ran it on a 7.4 with nothing else for ages before I then did an SHS high torque motor, and I did a gate Murph just to upgrade things a little bit, and it ran even better then after that, but it wasn't needed. I just was looking for something to do to it, really. See, I just can't fault them. You know, I would have liked a little bit nicer mag release. The pistol grip is really comfortable. Again, it's the PTS style. There's no sharp edges on that. It is really ergonomic. You know, the ambidextrous selectors on there, really handy. It's just a rock solid piece of kit. The range out of them is nothing extraordinary, but that's something we can work on. It's often something that people do straight out of the box. But the hot rubber seems to be an improvement based on what it used to be. I'm not sure what they've done, and we'll possibly have a look at that later. But I do like them. They're just nice and solid and easy going. So, you know, they do sort of get a lot of happiness, or give me a lot of happiness anyway. So I will leave the usual dressed up photos after this. Please do remember to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.